I was thinking about doing the googly eyes, but oh, what the heck? Oh, I can only do googly. Oh, there's googly eyes. All right, all right. Probably only going to do that once, just for you who like the googly eyes, who are a lot like me, who likes the googly eyes. All right, so I'm going to place this map. I'll show you map. It's upside down, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to read to you. Oh, and still morning. Good morning. Steve here, and a pleasure to be with you, whoever you are on the other side of my computer. I don't see you yet, but you'll be there pretty soon. All right, so today we're going to first talk. Well, we're going to talk. I'm going to read. I'm going to read from the Mayan calendar. And I'm going to say all the words that they say in there. But the other day, I just wasn't feeling the words. So you don't want to speak the words when you're not feeling the words. So we'll see if I'm feeling the words today. I mean, I am feeling words today, but we don't know which ones yet. But let's look at tone 10. So there are 13 tones. So every 13 days, you start back with tone 1, then you go to tone 13. So we're on tone 10, which is the planetary tone, which is about perfecting, producing, and manifesting. Now, from what I understand, if you want to make a lot of money on the internet, I'm going to say this really quietly, you can charge money to tell people how to make money. So you can make a ton of money, and then it really doesn't make any difference whether those people you told how to make money or don't make money. But it could very well be much like the pyramid schemes of the past, where somebody at the top made a lot of money, and then as it went down further and further and further, people were just selling things for them and not getting paid for selling it. I mean, they were maybe getting paid because the people below them sold a lot, and then they would make some of that money. But yeah, so I could do a clickbait on this, and I could, instead of saying Mayan card reading or whatever, I could say manifest millions and not say anything else. And you'd probably get 100,000 people clicking that thing. Click that. Manifesting millions. I want to manifest millions. They don't say a million what. It might be a million bad vibes. I don't want to manifest a million bad vibes. I know. It's tricky. Language is tricky. So, and for some people, staying on point is tricky as well. So we're just going to stay right on point here. Oh, you might want to say I connect to my deep self. You might want to say I ground myself to the healing power of the planet. You might want to say I open myself to the healing power of the one. You might want to say, I choose to work with the hot doors. You never know when they'll show up. When you state out loud, you choose to work with them. And if there's anything that I'm holding in my consciousness and in my body that's not of the highest good, I choose to release that now. It's a good way to start a day. And I've started it that way a number of times. Obviously, it's not necessarily long-lasting. It's kind of like a smoothie, and then a little bit later, you're like, I'm kind of hungry. Okay, so tone 10, the planetary tone, to perfect, produce, and to manifest, or womanifest, depending if you want. Okay, so 10, the number 10, so this is tone 10, the number 10 represents the principle allowing manifestation to occur based on the coherence of the preceding 9 numbers. I have no idea what that means. If you listen to that and you know what that means, you know, write me a little note in the comments section. Anyway, that's from the Mayan factor, which I don't know what the Mayan factor is. So this is one of those ones I might get done with and might just delete it. Okay. So I think okay, so I'm just going to read some words that may be true and are kind of interesting. The entire manifest world is imagination brought to life. So there's something to think about. I'm just going to give you some things to think about. And tell me in the comments section whether you think that it's a bunch of hooey or it's like enlightened. I'm reading it, so it's not that I'm enlightened. It's that like these words may lead to manifesting millions of enlightened. So you could be enlightened, I could be enlightened. We're all in the light. Uh, well, sometimes Pacific Northwest, we're in the dark. Okay. So, planetary cues us. I don't know really what that means. Cues us, but no, accuses us, but cues us. It leads a cue ball, maybe leads us to the other balls on a billiard table, but it cues us to consider what we are producing in our lives and by what means. How are we manifesting our dreams? Wow. I manifest that stuff. That's a little scary. Okay. Manifesting our dreams. Oh, does that mean manifesting our dreams? Like what we do at night after we go to sleep, those things? Or we have this dream life and we're manifesting that. Okay, so or something else. So I think of all my dreams. I'm manifesting my dreams. Well, probably, but sometimes I go to dream school, and they give me a hard time there. So I'm probably giving myself a hard time in dream school, so that I can do a better job here. Okay, that could be. Who knows? Okay. Are we incarnating our ideals? All that we bring to this world, our thoughts, words, and deeds, contribute to the planetary equation. I like those words. Planetary, so I think this tone, so the tone that's on today, the planetary tone's on, directs. Without judgment, there is only perfection. Actually seems true. Seems like it could be true. But I don't know about you, but I've been pretty much into judgment as long as I can remember. I've judged everything around me, and it's either passed the test or failed the test. I don't know. I think this is what I'll meditate on today. So that's the value of these things. Is this is what I'll just kind of bring in and just maybe keep a list of how many things I've judged in myself and others and the cats. Too much hair, too much hair. You got hair all over my gray. I got to do a video. Whatever. Okay. Without judgment, there's only perfection. I don't know this. I'd like to know this. So I'm just going to say, like I'm reading words off a page. They're not my words yet. That's like, oh, I get that. I get that. Yeah, it's all perfect. It's all perfect. It's all good. No, that's California talk. It's all good. This is saying that without judgment, it's all perfect. Huh. I haven't experienced it. I can't talk about it. If I ever have an experience of that, even momentary, you be sure I'll virtue signal. Okay. Okay. To achieve maximum productivity, strive wholeheartedly to perfect all that you endeavor, yet also accept that there is an already existing inherent perfection in all that is manifest, as it is simply because it is manifest, so it's perfect. Things to think about. Attempting to be overly perfectionist, I totally can talk about that. I mean, not like when you're a perfectionist, you're never perfect. It's just that because you're comparing something to something that probably will never exist, and you're trying to, like, do I meet that today? No, failed miserably once again. Okay. Although to be overtly perfectionist is actually counterproductive. Oh, now you tell me, 73 years. Rather, allow perfection to be a continual process of aspiration. Okay? Let us delight in all that we have to bring to this planet and enjoy that all that this planet brings to us. You know, there's a thought. This is going to be, here's another thought. This is going to be a little bit difficult because white mirror is at the top of the page and it's harder to slide underneath the mirror. But it's a whole lot better than me reading down here and then coming up and go blah, 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 and then I'm reading down here. I can just stay here and read right off the page, which is basically what I'm doing. I mean, you could get this calendar yourself and then I'd be, yeah, then you would have to. I listened to one of my videos the other day, but I couldn't do the video part of it. It just was doing the audio part of it for whatever reason. And when I listened to it without having to look at myself, I was much less distracted. And I actually listened just the words. They were just the words. And I was like, these are really good words. But when I open my eyes, if this is in front of me, I'm like, that's kind of distracting. That's why this morning I was thinking about that. That's why you don't see me in the hot door video this morning. Because first of all, I woke up in a panic and I was told to make a video. Well, it probably wasn't the best time to look at this space. I mean, there might not be a best time, but anyway, um, I just made the executive decision, just point the computer at something that I find soothing, and then plug your headphones in, and just make the sounds. And so when I listened to it later, I was just delighted in the fact that I didn't have to look at myself, and I choose to let's see if we can say it right. I choose to manifest a person who can communicate these things without feeling like that he has to do it in a comedic way. Not that I mind comedy. I really enjoy comedy. When I think it's funny, when I'm not judging it, I'm like us. But anyway, yeah, we're just moving along. There's a lot of things clear, and I can see why I might have woken up in a panic, and maybe when I do something more, along the line of the tarot reading or something, maybe, or maybe this is just who's here right now. It's like I was talking with somebody the other day about this argument I was having inside my head, and I was like, who are these people? And I know I have people that I hear inside my head. I mean, I call them my guides, and they've been my teachers, and they've really given me some good directions. Like, those are great. Whenever I hear those, they say, well, you might do this, and I do that, and then it works. I go, oh, that was really great. Thank you very much. So I have them a thought of like these are beings on a higher level of consciousness, and they've been very helpful. What I want to know is what are these voices that are going like, you know, um, well, why are you washing this car? It's not your car. Now, it wasn't just like a car that I just walked up to on the street and started washing it. It was washing it. It was a car in the parking lot, and it was covered in pine dust, and really, it's a car that's left here fairly frequently when the person goes and travels around the world. Well, I think everything just kind of disappeared. I think it's still going. Um, yeah, 15 minutes. I haven't really said much. Okay, so we're going to carry on. That was just kind of like to help clear something. Anyway, so I was washing the car, and I was just like, why are you washing the car? Why can't the person wash the car? Well, the person has more sensitivity to pine pollen than you do. And anyway, it's a nice thing to do. And you're enjoying doing it. So why are you asking yourself these questions about it? It's a back and forth, back and forth. And I go, who are these voices in my head? Who's having this conversation? How many parts of myself do I possibly have that they could talk this much about stuff that is somehow keeping me from enjoying what I'm doing, which is like, I don't know what it is that grows on the cars here in the Pacific Northwest, but when they sit in one place for a period of time, this green, dark and green and stuff just starts to just grow on the car. So I was removing that and returning the car to its original state of grayness. But yeah, and that's virtue signaling. I wash somebody else's car just because I want to. Why not? Okay, so let's find out. And it may have to do with what we're going to hopefully get through. Having to do with this being a white mirror day. And I kind of forgot already what this day is. Oh, it's a planetary day. So this is a white planetary mirror day. And I remember I've done enough of these now that I've been doing these mind readings that I'm like, oh, white mirror. I remember doing white mirror just 20 days ago, which would have been what it would have been. Okay, so the white is related to the north, and it's about refining. And the kind of energy center of it is the solar plexus. And so the white mirror reflects endlessness and order. So the statement is, the quote, because it's got those, the quote is, we don't see things as they are, we see things as we are. And so I'm reading that, and I would say I know that's true. That's true for me, so those could be my words. We don't see things as they are, we see things as we are. As human beings, we hold many perceptions about ourselves. Others, judgment. As human beings, we hold many perceptions about ourselves, others, and the world around us. While it appears these viewpoints are founded on evidence and experience, all perceptions are actually reflecting the climate and content of our own psyche. I agree with that. As Jungian scholar Paul Levy shares, and I think he's one of the people that's writing the book Man and His Symbols, which was, the first chapter was written by Jung, but the other one, one of the other ones I think might have been written by Paul Levy. So anyway, I'm reading it. So if he's saying something, listen up, because I know that name from I think from the book I've just started. Okay. As Jungian scholar Paul Levy shares, the universe is a divine ink blot. I don't know why. Everything's kind of making me laugh today, so sorry about that. If it's offensive for you that I laugh, I'm just good with that, and I'm happy to apologize, as long as I can keep laughing. Okay, we are the source of meaning of this ink blot. I like it so far. The universe is very malleable, and the way that we interpret the universe has a creative potency on how this universe manifests. We can be potent manifestors or womanifestors, either one. In recognizing that all perspectives are relative to the orientation of the viewer, White Mirror allows all points of view their validity, even in the face of seeming oppositions or contradicting beliefs. And really, according to my guides from the higher realm, it would be useful for us to get rid of all our beliefs and just live out of our experience. I'm not there yet, but I haven't manifested it yet, but I'm holding that thought and feeling the truth that it would be useful if I wasn't living my life out of beliefs about stuff, and I was living my life out of the perceptions of the world from the core of my being, which I think this is talking about. Okay, so Mirror understands all options to be subjectively true, knowing with this holographic universe there are no fixed absolutes. In essence, it is this endless diversity of reflections which composes the mysterious order of the whole, the many facets of the one. So we start off, I connect to the healing power of the one. So we always come back to the one. Okay. White Mirror invites us delve into the source of reflection and polish that mirror. It's kind of like that video I did on shaving the mirror instead of yourself. And polish the mirror of our mind? No, just polish your mind. Like, just clean your stuff up. You don't need to polish the mirror of your mind. Polish your mind and the mirror will change. Actually, shave your face so when you look at it, it looks shaved. Okay, so I'm already arguing with the Mayan calendar. This is that same little like, why are you washing this car? This isn't your car. It's not in my world. This car is not in my world. Okay. White Mirror invites us to delve in the source of reflection and polish the mirror of our mind, even though I don't like that. Use it as a metaphor. See if you can make it work for you. Okay. That we may see from the deepest clarity, the deep self, the clarity of the deep self, that we are capable of. In this way, all occurrences in our lives can be used to see ourselves more clearly as an ongoing meditation of self-reflection. That sounds like a lot of fun. I think I already am doing that, and I don't know that I find it fun. I find it fun looking at myself and laughing. So that is fun, and I'm doing that right now. Okay, meditating on self-reflection. Okay, ultimately, as we walk through the reflections, we can enter into the greater reality, the truth beyond the hall of mirrors, into the divine order which pervades all. So I don't know why we're not seeing it. But anyway, we'll start seeing it. We're going to work on this together. So here's from Rumi. And I really like Rumi. I didn't know him. So I like things he wrote. I don't even know. I think Rumi was a Sufi mystic. And I don't really know what the word Sufi means. I used it a lot, but I think Sufi is some kind of mystical order of another spiritual belief, maybe Muslim, Muhammad. Is Sufi a branch of Mohammed? Is it Mohammedism, or is it Muslim? That's okay. and maybe somebody out there who actually knows something about this can make a comment about it, and I can also do a search on it, as long as I don't Google it, because I don't have to. I can use DuckDuckGo, and then maybe DuckDuckGo isn't spying on me, but maybe they are. But I'm giving up the perception and statement that I'm paranoid. Just giving it up. Okay. We are the mirror as well as the face in it. We are tasting the tin and what cures pain. We are pain. My wife has mentioned this to me. We are pure pain and what cures pain. We are the sweet cold water and the jar that pours. And if that means, and if that has deep meaning to you, write it in a comment, and then I can go, oh, now I get it. Right now, I'm just going like, I am the pain, I am the pain, and the thing that cures the pain, I am the pain. I create the pain, I release the pain, and I woke up, in a panic, like full blown, like not for years, just full blown, like, whoa, the sky is falling, whatever. And then I did a hot door sounding, and then I just felt all of that release. And hopefully, if you listen to it, you did too. And I don't know, let's just stop. Now let's go. 26 minutes of this. Whew.